Here's what we can confirm. Manny Pacquiao has landed in Los Angeles and joined Gervonta Davis's camp alongside longtime trainer Calvin Ford. The 8-division world champion is not just making a cameo. Pacquiao has been on the floor for light sessions with tank, footwork drills, timing games, tactical walkthroughs. Multiple people inside the gym say the energy changed the minute he walked in. Ford didn't try to hide what it means to have a legend in the room. His presence brought a different kind of focus, the coach said. Pacquiao's message has been simple and consistent. Experience and execution beat size and hype. I believe Gervonta wins. It won't be brutal, it's an exhibition, but there's no way a YouTuber beats real fight experience, Pacquiao told reporters. He pointed to Davis's win over Mario Barrios as a blueprint. Smart angles, compact counters, and punch placement that erases reach. Speed is the key, Pacquiao added. He knows how to fight smart. That's what will beat Jake. Pacquiao's involvement would normally be the headline by itself. But this camp has another story running in parallel. One that could decide whether the main event even makes it to the ring. A civil lawsuit filed in Miami-Dade County on October 30th alleges serious misconduct by Gervonta Davis. The plaintiff, identified in court documents but not publicly named in most reports, says she was attacked at a gentleman's club in the early morning hours of October 27th, with additional incidents alleged in September. She claims she now suffers from anxiety and PTSD, is in therapy, and is seeking compensatory and punitive damages. This is a civil case. Davis is not facing criminal charges in this filing. He denies the allegations. Most Valuable Promotions moved quickly when the suit became public. MVP immediately initiated an investigation upon learning of the civil lawsuit filed against Gervonta Davis in Miami-Dade County on October 30th, 2025, the company said in a statement. We unequivocally condemn any form of violence and are committed to handling this matter with diligence and respect for all involved. We will make a determination on next steps once we have completed our review and consulted with the appropriate parties. Translation: they're gathering facts, talking to lawyers and regulators, and won't make a knee-jerk announcement. But time is short. The exhibition itself was built to be high-profile but controlled. 12-ounce gloves, 10 3-minute rounds, 195-pound catchweight, and 3 commission-approved judges scoring it from ringside. The Miami card, streaming live on Netflix from the Casilla Center, was supposed to be the latest proof that crossover events can draw mainstream audiences without abandoning safety. Then the lawsuit hit, and rumors about the fight collapsing started racing around social media. In the middle of that noise, Pacquiao's decision to physically join Davis's camp looked like a vote of confidence that the show would go on. But even Pacquiao's aura can't solve a legal timeline. If the promoters, the Florida Commission, or the broadcaster decide the risk is too high, everything changes overnight. That's why replacement chatter is suddenly everywhere. Chris Mannix reported that Jake Paul's team has already reached out to potential stand-ins, with Ryan Garcia's name at the top of the list. On paper, it's a home run. Garcia brings star power, a built-in rivalry with Davis, and a chance to reset his narrative after a frustrating year. In reality, the business gets in the way. Oscar de la Hoya went on camera to shut the rumor down with the bluntness only a promoter can deliver. Ryan Garcia fights for DAZN and Jake Paul fights on Netflix, he said. That's pretty much the bottom line. Golden Boy has a contract with DAZN. Ryan Garcia has a contract with Golden Boy. You have to go by the rules. This is business. There's more. Garcia is already in real talks for a WBC welterweight title fight with Mario Barrios in early 2026, according to multiple reports. Golden Boy and PBC have been swapping contracts. De La Hoya hinted an announcement is coming soon and made it clear that if Garcia fights next, he'll be the one to say where and when. What about Anthony Joshua? His name pops up every time Jake Paul needs a headline, but it's not realistic. Joshua is a heavyweight looking at his own slate. Jarrell Miller and other options have been floated, and no commission is throwing together an 80-pound mismatch on 2 weeks' notice, not even for an exhibition. If MVP has to replace Davis, expect a cruiserweight or light heavyweight with name recognition who can sell, not a 250-pound wrecking ball. While replacement talk speeds up behind the scenes, Pacquiao's involvement creates yet another path. The Filipino legend has quietly kept himself ready and surprised a lot of people with how sharp he looked against Mario Barrios after a long layoff. Pacquiao has recently entertained the idea of a comeback and has been linked to Ryan Garcia off and on for years. "I've been interested in fighting Manny for a while," Garcia told the Ring. "We talked about it before. It fell through. If Manny wants to throw down, let's do it. If schedules and networks align, Pacquiao versus Garcia would be enormous. Pacquiao versus Paul would be even bigger. And if the exhibition with Davis implodes, don't be shocked if Pacquiao's name moves from trainer for a week to headline option very quickly." Let's not skip the reality check. The lawsuit is serious. It follows years of legal trouble that have shadowed Davis's career. Traffic cases, a hit and run that led to a guilty plea on 4 counts, and past incidents involving intimate partners. Some charges were dropped. Some cases ended in convictions or admissions. Davis maintains his innocence in the new civil case and says he's being targeted before big fights. The presumption of innocence matters, especially in criminal law. Civil suits operate on different standards. What matters for this event is whether MVP, the Commission, and Netflix decide they have enough clarity to proceed. If they don't, tickets still need to be honored, undercard fighters still need to work, and the date still needs to deliver. That's why contingency planning is already running at full speed. Devin Haney, never shy about calling things as he sees them, summed up the split feelings on the fight itself. "It's an exhibition," he said on the MMA Hour. "That's his business. We all know what that means." Haney didn't sugarcoat it. There was more at stake for Davis if he had gone after a Lamont Roach rematch. Would it have done more for his legacy? Absolutely. Would it have sold like Paul versus Tank? Probably not. Even Haney admitted the matchup has its own weird intrigue. Jake's a decent boxer. He's big. Tank is small. It's interesting. But Tank's been boxing since he was a kid. He should win. I don't know all the rules or the setup. That's the exhibition paradox. It's not about belts. It's about spectacle. But the risk is real. Freak injuries happen, and nobody wants a career derailed by a novelty fight. Meanwhile, the Jake Paul machine keeps humming. He's paused official promotions while MVP reviews the suit, but people inside his camp say he's determined to fight on the date with or without Davis. That's consistent with everything we've seen from Paul. He sets dates, he finds opponents, and he doesn't mind switching directions mid-camp to keep the train on time. It's also consistent with how he views his opponents. Gervonta is unprofessional, Paul told Daily Mail Sport in a blistering interview. He says things on stage and then doesn't agree to them, like the $2 million bet, like moving to 10-ounce gloves. We're still at 12-ounce. He's a fraud. He's everything that's wrong with boxing. The $2 million side bet is still unresolved. So is the glove debate. That's the theater Paul thrives in. It's also why fights against him never feel like just fights. Circle back to Pacquiao for a second. Him walking into Tank's gym sent a jolt through this whole story. Manny isn't going to spend his time on a camp he thinks will evaporate. He also isn't going to tie his name to something he sees as unserious. His mantra, "Speed is the key," is what Davis needed to hear. If the exhibition holds, it becomes a clinic in how to solve size with angles. If it falls apart, the days Pacquiao spent in LA will be a reminder that he's not retired in spirit and that he could still headline a global event in 2026. That's why this week felt like a hinge. Pacquiao training with Davis. Garcia calling out Pacquiao. Jake Paul waiting on a yes or no. The entire ecosystem shifting by the hour. So what should you watch for now? First, an update from MVP and Netflix on whether Paul versus Davis proceeds. They'll need to say something soon for travel, logistics, and broadcast planning. Second, credible reporting on replacement talks, not Twitter threads, but documented offers. If Ryan Garcia is truly out because of DAZN/Golden Boy commitments, expect a different name to surface. Third, any movement in the Miami-Dade civil case, motions filed, counsel appointed, initial hearings set. Not because this is a legal channel, but because those details inform whether commissions and broadcasters feel comfortable moving forward. Fourth, watch the undercard. If MVP elevates a strong co-main and adds a celebrity crossover fight, the date might be saved even if the main changes. Here's the bigger picture. Exhibition boxing now lives in the middle ground between sports and entertainment. The Paul events are proof that audiences will show up for well-packaged stories, even if the fights don't produce rankings or title shots. But when a headliner carries legal controversy into the ring, the business gets complicated. Sponsors hesitate. Regulators ask questions. Networks take reputational risks seriously. If MVP finds a way through this week, it will be because they satisfied all three. Now it's your turn. If Tank steps aside, who should Jake Paul face? Ryan Garcia if the contracts can be solved, Manny Pacquiao if he's truly ready, or someone else? Should exhibitions like this use bigger gloves and headgear every time, or does that undermine the spectacle? And if you're in MVP's chair, do you proceed unless a court says stop, or postpone the whole event out of caution? Drop your thoughts below. If you want balanced, real-time boxing coverage that separates promotion from reality, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We'll be on this story all week: Pacquiao's role in Davis's camp, MVP's decision on the main event, replacement talks, commission posture, and any movement in the Miami-Dade case. Whether it's Paul versus Davis, Paul versus Garcia, Paul versus Pacquiao, or a left-field surprise, you'll get the facts here first. Here's what we can confirm. Manny Pacquiao has landed in Los Angeles and joined Gervonta Davis's camp alongside longtime trainer Calvin Ford. The 8-division world champion is not just making a cameo. Pacquiao has been on the floor for light sessions with Tank, footwork drills, timing games, tactical walkthroughs. Multiple people inside the gym say the energy changed the minute he walked in. Ford didn't try to hide what it means to have a legend in the room. His presence brought a different kind of focus, the coach said. Pacquiao's message has been simple and consistent. Experience and execution beat size and hype. I believe Gervonta wins. It won't be brutal, it's an exhibition, but there's no way a YouTuber beats real fight experience, Pacquiao told reporters. He pointed to Davis's win over Mario Barrios as a blueprint. Smart angles, compact counters, and punch placement that erases reach. Speed is the key, Pacquiao added. He knows how to fight smart. That's what will beat Jake. Pacquiao's involvement would normally be the headline by itself. But this camp has another story.